What's going on, guys? David here, Diecast Life and Death. So I was, I had a bunch of things I had to get done today, but when I got home, I decided, I'm going to go unpack a couple more boxes and just see what we find. And I stumbled across this one, and I thought, I love these Fox body Mustangs, and this is a GMP. They come with these little things tied to them. And you see I haven't untied it, which I probably should, because, it's going to be a pain for this video. But, so this little Fox body represents a neat era of car, of Mustang, let me rephrase. So this is what we call the 4i Mustang, 4i Fox bodies. And this particular example is a 1985. It is not a 1986. Dave, how do you know that? Well, the model, I'm sure, clearly says it. But, so, there is a way for you guys that don't know, 1985 and 1986 were big differences in these cars. But if you're looking at the car from the outside, there's virtually nothing between a 1985 and a 1986 when it comes to appearances. And that's right. So how do you know this one's a 1985 and 1986? Well, see, we're going to go, let's start here at the front. These GMP little models these were the start of, not the start, but these were early on in my premium 1/18 scale collecting. And I think you'll see why here, but, lensed fog lamps or driving lamps, lensed amber turn signals, park lights, lensed headlights, beautiful Ford badge, and then the accurate GT logo on the hood. And so this model is black, yeah. And the GTs came with this. It's not even a matte black, guys. It's like a matte gray accent on the hood. What is that? Oh, okay, well, it's there. But the way you tell a 1985 and a 1986 is right inside here, and it's right there. So if you look on the air cleaner lid, and let me see if I can get in there. I don't know if it's going to, but you see how it says 5-liter 4V. Yeah. Well, what's that? Okay, so 85 was the last year of the Fox body, or the Mustang, that came with a Holley carburetor, and that Holley carburetor would be underneath this air cleaner. Later versions would have the port fuel injection, which is that sweeping over intake that we've all seen. If you're halfway a Ford fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. But let's get inside this. Let me rest my arm over here. Get inside the old hood here and just take a really good peek around. I want to say back in the day, and I was getting these cars back in 2000, and I don't have the box. This one was in a glass display cabinet in the entry hall of my house, but spark plug wires in here. That is a very, 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 let me get in there. That is a very correct decal for the air cleaner lid. I do like the the wiring harnesses here on the back of the firewall. Just beautiful little car. And the this little guy here, where the spark plug wire is going to, this was a little rubber. What do we do? It's a little rubber cover that covers the distributor right here. Um, and this one has air. So, you can drive this black car in the hot summer days, and not get too hot. Um, so, have you noticed these cars come with a little separate package that has the little pin antenna in it, and I have a box that has the pin antenna for this car in it. I just haven't, I haven't found that little box yet, but I didn't want to have this car not get shown just because it didn't have the antenna. I did go out and get some little, to help these videos, because using my thumb was always a problem. Not the use of my thumb, just it getting in the way. Dave, they know what you meant. Okay. So the side of the little model, even the park lamp here is also lensed amber. The correct gray, matte gray, same as the hood. Coating was on the body side moldings. The correct 5-liter badge, and behind the door you've got the little GT in this, and this is a hatchback version. Well, I mean, all the GTs were hatchbacks. No, they weren't. They were convertibles. Gotcha. But we're gonna go ahead and, so the mirror on the car, when I pulled this one out of the box a little while ago, this mirror was in the wrapping paper, so I have re-secured it to the car using the old super glue. So inside, get you in here, you've got the correct non-airbag steering wheel, the correct dash design. I hope this is not getting out of focus here, guys. The seats have the what do you call it? The red accent trim, little piping. These seats do fold forward. Well, they did. Well, yeah, they still do. Okay, yeah, and another thing I experienced on this model when I pulled it out of the box, and I've never had this happen to a car before, but you could not turn the front wheels. And they operate perfectly smooth now, but I mean, I was actually thinking I was going to snap something as I was trying to get them to turn. But back to the car, nice 10-hole detailed with the Ford logo in the center cap. See, they turn now, easy peasy. The door handles and the lock cylinder were also matching this gray. Now we're going to move to the back, and this is, I guess, number 2429. I don't know. Well, let's see. What does this say? Does it say anything different? It's one of 3,000. And see, I told you, 1985, even though one's a little bit rubbed off. But, here, let me get my little towel. Guys, never go buy a real black car. Having owned a number of Grand Nationals and black cars, you are owned by the car wash guy. But nice defroster lines. And I'm going to go ahead and in the back, hold on, we'll go inside the car here in a second. But you've got your correct Mustang GT there, the Ford oval there, the gray lock cylinder right there, the tricolor tail lamps, so you get your red, your amber turn signal right there, and then the clear. And then the tail lamps on the GT also had the same matching gray as this on the tail lights. And then you've got, let me open this up. So inside the floor on this is flocked, so feels, it looks and feels like carpet, and you can see, I'm gonna turn this up, you can see the red stripes on the seats a little bit better here, but just a nice, really clean, a little bit dusty, but, and it's not dusty. Yeah, like I said, guys, black car. Go ahead and flip this old girl over. Hang on, I'm gonna bust this out because I don't want to have it just in case. You've got your fuel tank straps right here. A really nice, your dual exhaust. All your anti-rear sway bars. Your catalytic converters. Guys, put a lock on your catalytic converter. Just kidding. And then, you've got your smooth steering now. And like I said, I have no idea why this one didn't want to turn. And I mean, I literally, they were cocked like this, and they were stuck like that. And I was like, oh no. And they have little screws in here, and I was like, well, do I have to dismantle this car? I don't want to take anything apart. But fortunately, I gave it just a little bit, enough of a, and it popped. And all of a sudden, it just popped. And when it popped back to being perfectly loose. So, but just a really good looking little Fox body. I'm gonna set her right there. So only one car today, Dave? Nope. Nope. You would be wrong. You would be wrong. Let me go park her over here. So back in the day, everyone, the GT was the flagship of the Mustang. It was, if you wanted to have the fastest car, you wanted a Mustang GT, because that was it, right? Well, no, it wasn't. I'm getting a little bit of dust off this one. Hang on, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. If you wanted to go fast, you bought the LX 5-liter sedan. And you say, well, Dave, it's an LX. It's not the GT. GT means go fast, right? No. I mean, yes, but no. So the LX notchback, because it's got the, squared with the trunk instead of the hatchback, was actually quicker on a quarter mile. Because, wait, this car weighs significantly less than the black GT back over here. Now, granted, the GT was a little bit better, had a little bit more style going down the old road. But those who were in the know that the notchback was the quickest one. And you know how you also know that? What did the police drive, guys? They drove the notchbacks. And so we're going to start on this one. And this one, I don't even know. Let me see what the bottom says. I don't think I read it. This has got to be a... So, yep, this is good. This is good. So this is a 1987. And this color is called Cabernet Red. It's a non-metallic, darker red. Not like fire engine red. And so this one was the first year of the aerodynamic headlights, whereas the 1986, where this one's an 85, but the 86 had this style front end, and so this was new. And this is a little fun fact. It took forever to be able to get these aerodynamic headlights and whatnot, because the U.S. for the longest time would not allow these European style headlights into the country. They wanted the old glass sealed beams. And if you look at a lot of old European cars, you'll notice that their headlights are totally different than U.S. market cars back in the day. Well, these are what you know now, where it's just the plastic housing, and then you can pop the bulb out of the back and pop a new one in if you have one go bad. But so this was the first year that aerodynamic headlights showed up on the Mustang. So the front of the car, as opposed to the GT, you don't get the driving lights down here. Your forward badges in here. Your trim, the molding right here, it has the little red accent stripe in it. And I had, personally, I've owned two of these cars, the little sedans. And here, let's go into the hood first. One of them was a 1993, and it was, I can't remember the name, Bimini Blue, I think. It was the brighter metallic blue back then. But, and you see now, this one has the port fuel injection intake on it with the correct little badge. That's a separate chrome piece. Once again, there's your little rubber deal on the old spark plug wired distributor. This one also had air conditioning. But just, you know, great details on these cars, guys. And that's why when I tell you, these were my, early on in my, my premium 1/18 scale collecting. And now, you know, same thing on the antenna. So, you know, I was enamored with these cars, and I'm still enamored to this day. You know, I think these were like $179 to $100 back in, I don't remember what year these came out. I know I had to have gotten them somewhere between 2000 and 2003, somewhere in that. Maybe older than that, but it's got to be pretty close, because my daughter was born in 2000. We were living. Yeah, these might have been 99. Yeah, I'm going to say 99. And guys, if I'm wrong on the date, if you go back and look at GMP and see when they made them, you know, if I'm off by a year, forgive me. But inside of this car, let's see if these seats move. They're supposed to. Yeah. See, same. Yeah. But correct. The steering wheel does not have the airbag. The gauges are nicely done. The back window, the one piece, the glass goes. So the earlier ones had glass that only went to here, and then it had a little piece of trim that looked an awful lot like this, but smaller, because, you know, it had to fit the sedan. But in this year, they went to the extended glass, and just, you know, have the blackout on the part that was, you know, on the, yeah, the trim piece is just blacked out, or this is blacked out. But this is a great little model. You know, it's got the third brake light right there. Your rear tail lights. I want to check something. I think this is another. Yes, it is. I want to say 86 was the first year that you that the third brake light was required, because as you can see on this GT, it would have been here in the middle of the spoiler. So I want to say 86 or 87 was the first year of the guys. If you know the answer to that one, throw it down in the old comments. And then we're gonna move back here to the trunk real quick. This one is also flocked. And here is a, oh, come on out of there. One that, one of the antennas that did not make it into the box that I haven't found yet. Oh, man. So they made 2004 of these cars. And this is number, obviously, 631. They put these numbered plates on the cars. So, you know, that's your serial number for the car. But the trunk is flocked. We'll turn it over and get to the bottom. Get to the bottom of this thing. There we go. Okay. I don't want to set it on the mirror, but, you know, same basically basic details as the GT we just looked at. Yeah. Oh, and guys, if you haven't seen the video I did yesterday or last night with the M&M's truck, the one that was just before this video in the series, because you know, look, I get it. 18-wheeler M&M's truck is, you know, I mean, it's Matchbox. Guys, that is probably, you need to go watch that video because it is hilarious. It was meant to be a fun video, and but guys, with that, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can get some love on both of these. Here we go. Comment down below, which do you like better? Are you a four-eyed guy or are you the arrow headlight guy? You know, there's a whole there's four-eyed Fox Nation, and then there's guys that are like, no, I want this. But you know, the best year, in my opinion, I like the four-eyed cars, but and I like the arrow headlight cars. But I had a California Highway Patrol XCHP sedan, and it had the 4 eyes on it, but it was an 86. So it had the port fuel injection with the 5-speed rather than the 4-barrel Holly that the 85 would have had. But, and I've had, like I said, I've had the arrow headlights cars. But, so I don't have a, I just love the little Fox bodies. Guys, like, share, subscribe. You never know what you're going to see on this channel, and if you go back and watch the M&M's one, you're definitely not going to know what you saw on that channel. I will talk to you on the next one, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.